Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today, and I hope you're having a good day. I hope you had a nice week and made it through the week in one piece. And I always think about what we cover during the course of a week in terms of themes, and there's a lot. There's a lot of content, and wow. So we keep everything archived. We have a virtual library, and it's in the form of audio recordings of previous shows, as well as video. And there's a sample of videos on the homepage at letstalknutrition.com, and there's a link that will escort you right to YouTube, where the remainder of the video library exists and is housed. And a lot of people learn in different ways. Some people are very visual, others more auditory, some are tactile, and so on. So we know that people will download the audio, the MP3 files, put them on their phones, whatever, any of their handheld devices, and listen to them while they're at the gym, running. We've had people tell us that. And, of course, you can download the videos onto a handheld device as well. And sometimes, too, things get a little complicated. It's hard to take notes while you're driving. I know people take notes. So having things on demand really is a nice feature of the show. I'm going to report on a study this morning that highlights something that I've emphasized on this show for many years. Dietary supplements are just fine. I promote them. I like them. I use them. I think they're overrated. I think they're misused. And I think they can be dangerous when you're not using your head. And you go off and you just start taking something and not really understanding what you're doing. You can get yourself into a lot of trouble. There's a study this morning that came over the transom, and this is one of the things I've emphasized in specific. Calcium supplements can be very deleterious to your health if it's a junk supplement. And I'll explain. That's why I keep saying, please do not buy your supplements where you buy your lawn and garden supplies. If there's a shovel and a hoe and a lawnmower next to the vitamins, you're in the wrong place, okay?
I actually had somebody the other day. I was at another box store, and they said, well, I'll just go grab. I'm like, go to a vitamin store where somebody knows what they're talking about, goes through training at least 3 to 4, 5 times a year.
At least. I know some of the stores, like Vitamin Discount Center, those employees are in training seminars.
Almost at least once a month.
Yeah. I mean, all the time. And other chains as well. You see this giant bottle of calcium, and they're selling it for $1.98. I'm exaggerating, but you get my point. Something wrong there. It costs more. It costs money to make a good supplement.
Yeah.
And you can end up doing more damage taking that junk calcium supplement than you realize. This study gets at that, but this study, I will also point out to you, is misleading. And it's a flawed study, and I'll explain. Here's a way to get in touch with the show, to join the conversation. We'd love it when you connect.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. And don't forget to join us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, one word, or on Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition. Don't forget, Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko at letstalknutrition.com.
And I just sent you the link to that. If you follow the show and you're listening on your radio, most people do, all of these studies are available at our website at letstalknutrition.com. They're also available on Facebook as well, on our Facebook page. Now, I do not object to taking calcium supplements. What I object to is taking junk calcium supplements. What would constitute a junk calcium supplement? It would be a supplement with the wrong form of calcium, one that's maybe sort of like chalk, literally, and one that does not have the cofactors in it such that, or so that, the calcium doesn't end up in your arteries.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And this study points that out. The study had good intentions, but it's flawed. And the headline on the press release was, calcium supplements appear to raise heart attack and cardiovascular events. Now, the effect was not profound, but apparently they reached statistical significance. I'll tell you about that in a second. It was published in the British Medical Journal, so it got past the editor and the reviewers. That's a good journal, and there's some merit to the study, but it is flawed. Turns out, and they point out in the press release, that oftentimes calcium supplements are given to postmenopausal women because during menopause, hormones get turned upside down and they become more susceptible to osteoporosis. Well, in this study, they found that it raised the risk of cardiovascular events, especially heart attacks, in older females. Now that I said that, please don't go take your good calcium supplement, maybe from New Chapter or from Country Life or Natural Factors, and dump them in the toilet or throw them in the garbage. Older women, they said, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't do that from those companies. Older women in the study who took calcium supplements, ended up with some risk. Notice I said risk. I didn't say that taking the calcium supplements caused heart attacks. It was correlational. They also looked at taking calcium with vitamin D, and sometimes they are prescribed together. And I don't have a problem with that either. However, if the calcium supplement is of the wrong type of calcium and does not have the cofactors to prevent it from leaching into the arteries, I don't care if you take vitamin D with holy water. It's not going to work. You're putting yourself at risk. This was a 7-year trial. It involved 36,000 women. This was the data were taken, from the data set for the Women's Health Initiative, the WHI. And no evidence of cardiovascular effects were linked to taking combined calcium and vitamin D supplements. So that was good. However, most of the females, they say, in the study, and here's where the study was flawed, had already been taking calcium supplements. And that could have been an intervening variable to affect the outcome of the findings. And that's problematic because you don't know what effect and how long were they taking those supplements. And maybe all the damage or most of the damage was already done prior to the initiation or their entry into the study. They couldn't tease that out. Come back, I'll tell you more about which calcium, which co-nutrients.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day. giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
And provide a little bit of
I'm Joy
focuses on, and it's not the first study of its kind, focuses on calcium supplements presenting a risk in postmenopausal women or a cardiovascular event, a heart attack or a stroke. The problem with the study is that the women in the study, it came from a good data set. It came from a long-standing study, the Women's Health Initiative, but women in the study were taking the calcium prior to their entry into this study. So I don't know, and the researchers don't know what effect that had on their arteries or their cardiovascular system. We can't tease that out. That confounds the data and the findings. It's called some intervening variable that creates error. Now, this issue of, well, do all supplements put you at risk? Calcium supplements. The answer is no, in my opinion. There are different kinds of calcium, and then taking the right co-nutrients with calcium becomes a critical issue. For example, in this study, they combined vitamin D with calcium. And the women who took the vitamin D with the calcium were at less risk and didn't show any, and they reported in the study, did not present with a particular risk for a cardiovascular event. So vitamin D clearly becomes an important nutrient to take when taking calcium supplements. Now, vitamin D is not the only supplement to take or ingredient to take with a calcium supplement. I'll explain in a minute. Gary's going to put up on the screen in a little bit. Jarrow Formulas, I just picked them. I could have picked any other, one of the other good companies. They make a product called Bone Up. We're going to show you I'll tell you now, we'll show the facts panel, and then we'll, okay, there it is. It's up. Now, can you see that, Gary? I can't see it because it's too far away.
Yeah.
So what are the co-ingredients? Read the ingredients in there.
Okay, the co-ingredients.
You don't have to say how much, just read them.
All right, let me, off the supplement facts, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin K.
Vitamin K. Go ahead.
Which is potassium, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Calcium, magnesium,
right.
Zinc.
Yep.
Copper.
Yep.
Manganese.
Manganese.
Okay, and then there's the potassium.
Right. Do they show what kind of what form the calcium is in? Does it say microcrystalline?
From Stimucal, microcrystalline. Yeah.
All right. There's no way to make that bigger?
Yeah, I can.
Make it bigger for the visually impaired like me. He's going to make it bigger, and this product has been around a good while, and it's one of the better calcium supplements. I can assure you, and I don't know, I'm guessing, I can assure you, I don't think they used a product of this quality in this study. I don't know what product they use. I have no clue. But all those co-ingredients that you heard Gary mention, microcrystalline hydroxyapatite, that particular form of calcium is very good. And they use a trademarked form. And what's the trademark? What's it say? What does it say?
Stimucal.
Stimucal. That's a trademarked form of microcrystalline hydroxyapatite. Notice the vitamin K in there, the vitamin D, the magnesium, as in magnesium oxide, zinc, copper, as copper gluconate, manganese as in manganese citrate, potassium as potassium citrate. Then they also have boron in there as boron citrate. These co-ingredients are critical in making sure that the calcium doesn't go in places where it shouldn't go, like your arteries. And that's what this study is getting at. But go ahead.
Okay. So I want to go back to that. I want to click that back real quick because I have a couple questions. This here says amount per serving.
Right.
Okay. And then it says the 00 DV. What does that mean?
Zero. Show me where you are.
Okay. Let me get it quick.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see that. That's percent of daily value. I'll explain. In fact, I wrote an article explaining facts panel. When we come back at the bottom of the hour,
Yeah.
I'll get it. And
Okay.
I wrote a nice little, and I don't know if they put it up on my website or not, but I wrote a nice little piece explaining the facts panel and what all those things mean. Your question's a good question. DV means daily value, percent of daily value. Again, supplements are wonderful. I like them. I've been taking them for years. I think they're overrated. Why do I say that? Because people think that you can take a supplement and somehow it's going to help forgive the continued nutritional or lifestyle sin that a person commits. They can't do that. And they don't cure anything. Supplements, neither do pharmaceuticals. The body heals itself. If you have a deficiency, the supplements are fabulous for that. They can also moderate some of the effects of some of the conditions and diseases that we talk about on the show. Come back, I'll tell you more.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
be doing. And I'll pick up the story on calcium at the top of the hour, in the second hour of the show. And we're going to bring on our guest today. You have your headset with you today, Gary? No. You do? And Marie is a guest that appears on the show from time to time. And Marie is an expert in cosmeceuticals. She was in the cosmetic industry for a long, long time, and I'll let you tell her. I'll let her tell you a little bit about her background, but did work in the quote unquote the cosmetic industry, but worked with hair coloring compounds and agents for a long time, and suffered from workplace contamination from the chemicals that affected her health, and hence she now has a pretty nice job in trying to help people with their health in this interesting kind of way. And we'll explain now. Marie, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you on.
Yes, thank you for having me.
How have you been?
So very, very good. So.
Are you in Montreal?
Fine.
Are you in Montreal today?
I am in Montreal. Yes, I am in Montreal, and the weather is beautiful today.
You pronounce your last name Dufour?
Dufour, yes, it's
Not
a
bad.
French name.
Yeah, I know. Marie Dufour.
My name is Marie-Therese. Marie-Therese Dufour.
Marie-Therese. So that's Spanish. Is that Spanish?
No, it's pure French.
Wow.
And, this is a popular name, and but everyone call me Marie or Maria, and so it's okay to me.
Marie-Therese.
But Marie is easy. Is
Marie-Therese.
Shorter and easier.
So your first name is Marie-Therese?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's a nice name.
Yeah, but I'm not a queen.
Well, you're a queen to us.
I was looking for a photo of her because we don't have her on a new machine.
She's in the witness protection program in
And
Canada.
that's what kept on coming up was the Queen.
That's right.
Marie-Therese was
because this is, a great name in the history, Marie-Therese.
Marie-Therese. You're not the queen. Well, you're the queen to us, okay? You worked in the hair. How can I put that? The cosmetic industry? Or what? How would you describe it?
It's cosmetic industry, yes.
Okay, and you worked in salons. You worked in hair salons.
The beauty in this industry, and it's both cosmetics and it's because in the hair care products, it's cosmetic.
Right.
As well.
So yeah, the health and beauty industry, the cosmetics industry, but you worked in salons for many years, hair salons.
I don't want to tell you
how long
exactly how many years.
You don't need to.
I do not want you to know my age, but it's very, very, very long time.
It's okay, Marie. That's okay, Marie. Did you do the Queen's hair? No, I'm just kidding.
No, unfortunately, no. But
you haven't been around that long. Which Queen are we talking about? So, not so humorous though, and you shared this before. In working with all those toxic chemicals, hair coloring chemical compounds, you did some damage to your lungs. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. This is a real deal.
I was for 3 years that I had to stop working in my profession because I had lung cancer, and so that was very, very bad. And the doctor told me that all the stuff that I, the
color.
smell of,
Mm-hmm.
bleach, ammonia, it's very bad.
Oh, it took its
it's
toll.
bad for your lungs. You breathe. It's bad for your eyes. I have very, very sensitive eyes now. And so it goes in your mouth, in your nose.
So what
everywhere.
do they do now? In the hair, I guess in the cosmetic industry, hair salons. What do they do now in hair salons to protect the hair cutters and the technicians? What do they do? Are they doing anything?
Honestly,
Do they wear masks? I go to hair salon.
Some people wear a mask. Some technician, hair colorists wear a mask. Yes, sure. But I am trying with to do education.
But you can educate Marie
and hair colorists to go green, a green salon. This is
okay.
why we start to
Green
see
salon.
some salons now. Going with Herbitant and to protect themselves, their health, and also their customers.
Okay.
Health.
All right. I get your point. We'll get to Herbitant in a minute. But I know a lot of hair colorists and hair cutters and, they used to, in the old days, they called them beauticians. What do they call them today? What's the term today? I don't know. Beauticians. I guess they still call them beauticians. I don't know, but and none of them.
They call beauticians, hairdressers.
A hairdresser, okay, but none.
Hair colorist. All the names, suit for the profession.
All right.
Mine, I call her a magician because she's got to fix this.
Yeah, well, there's no magic for that. So, and he was pointing to his face. That wasn't nice. Why did I say that? Jeez, that was cruel, man. I'm sorry. See, you bring out the worst in me. None. I repeat, none of the hair cutters, beauticians, whatever you cosmetologists, magicians, whatever you want to call them, wear a mask. And I know, I know quite a few of them. I go to different salons, I get my hair cut and whatnot. And I've never seen one wear a mask, and I see them applying all the colors. You can smell them in the salon. And I keep thinking, I think of you every time I go in one. I think of Marie, and I want to stand up on a chair and say, "Wait a minute, people, you need to protect yourself." I'll be right back.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Which queen? Show me. Let me see your screen.
That one?
And what name do you have for her? Which one is that?
Maria-Therese de Saviro Carniena, Princess of de Lampaya.
Which queen were you referring to, Marie? We're into history around here. I know it's a health talk show, but we pay attention to detail. Which queen were you?
There was Marie-Therese from Australia.
Okay. So
And
So you were that Marie-Therese. Now, this
but
is
I
it.
prefer Marie.
I know you do. I don't care about that. I do care about what we call you, but you got me. You piqued my interest. It turns out this is interesting. There was a Marie, Teresa, Walburga, Amelia, Christina. Okay.
They are all, very, very great names in the very long time history in the past.
Okay. Now, turns out that Marie, Teresa, Walburga, that name Walburga, that's a German name. I went to a Catholic school called St. Walburga's as a boy. I swear to goodness it is. That's the truth. At St. Walburga. That's the first time I've seen that referred to since I was a kid, since I was a boy. And the Divine Providence nuns ran the school. They also ran a military school next door, St. Joseph's Junior Military School. This is more detail than you wanted to know, but that's okay. This is interesting. Well, again, you're a queen to us, and you know a lot about cosmetics, cosmeceuticals, hair coloring, and so on. There's a phone number that people can call to get in touch with you. Before we go any further, could you give that number?
Yes, sure. It's 1-877 699 4400.
Okay.
This number is on the box.
Sure.
All the boxes as well.
Yeah, what Marie's referring to is Herbitant. I know this product. I have used the product. I used to color my mom's hair with this product. The product is fabulous. The phone number is 1-877-699-4400. You can call Marie with your questions. She knows a lot. BioforceUSA.com is how you can get in touch with this product. They distribute it in North America, here in the United States in particular. Now, does the consumer put her or himself at risk in using some of the coloring products that are on the market today, or going into a salon and having it done if they do it on a regular basis? Do the consumers put themselves at risk in coloring their hair?
So you mean?
Do they put them, given the chemicals that are in these products, are those products dangerous and deleterious to a person's health? Can they be?
Yes, because regular products that over the counter, they still use ammonia. Very high peroxide that destroy the fibers of the hair, and it smells a very, very strong smell, and so for sure it's not good for their health.
So are the two compounds that are really of concern here would those be ammonia and peroxide?
Yes, high peroxide.
Okay, now.
High volume
peroxide. Now, I know Herbitant, you need an activator. You need peroxide to open up the follicle. And I know there's a little bit of peroxide in Herbitant, but it's far, far less than what we find in other commercial products, yes?
Yes, this is only 10 volume. and it's very, very low. And this is the reason why Herbitant cannot also lift, 3, 4 levels, the same way than products over the counters, because we are Herbitant is ammonia free.
That was my next.
Only 10 volume peroxide.
Okay.
So the power of lift cannot be as high than regular brands.
Okay.
But it's much better for the health. So because there is no fume, no smell.
Okay. Now I try everything that I talk about on the show. At least I try to. I have used this product, and if you came with me. It drove you to my house right now. If you were here in the studio, we go. There are 2 or 3 boxes of Herbitant in my house, right, Gary?
I'm shaking my head. Yes, because
you've seen them there. They're
yes.
sitting on the counter because I use that product from time to time, and I wanted to try.
I'm just thinking I grew up with 6 sisters.
And they were covering their hair all the time, right?
And I'm just thinking to myself, man, I wonder if that had an effect on. People in the house.
Yeah, well, it does. This product, I use it with my mom too. So in the product, I know you're in a rush, but I'm going to keep you to the second hour a little bit, for another 15 minutes, Marie, if you don't mind, okay? You mentioned the concept of lift. Now, I know probably every woman listening knows what that means, but when we come back, if you could explain what we mean when we say lift. Now, Herbitant, we'll tell you what the ingredients are. There is a little bit of peroxide in it because you need to have that compound to open up the cuticle, the follicle, right? The cuticle of the hair, the follicle, right, Marie?
Yes.
You need to open it up so the color can get in. No, but it is ammonia-free, and the product is much safer. What you said might be misleading. The product does color, and it does provide lift, and they have it also so that for gray hair, they have special products to cover the gray. And what I noticed with the product, it seems to last longer in terms of the color sticking with the hair, so to speak. But we'll explain further. This is a great product. The theme here is hair coloring and your health. Now, hairdressers are mindful of these chemicals. I wonder if the consumer is. We'll be back. We'll tell you more. Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. My guest today is Marie-Therese Dufour, talking about hair coloring and your health. Before you change the dial and say, well, I don't color my hair, I'm not interested, it doesn't pertain to me, hold on. Just stick with it for a second. You'll see what I mean. It does pertain to even people that don't color their hair. You may know somebody that does and does it regularly, either him or herself, or goes to a salon. You need to know about this because there are some health risks associated with the compounds used in hair coloring products. Turns out my guest today, Marie-Therese, was a hair colorist for many, many years, worked in high-end salons. She knew she was deep into the industry, ended up with lung cancer, and had to leave her career, and now works for, do you work for Herbitant or Bioforce USA? Which one?
Okay, so I work for both. I was hired by Antica Herboristeria.
Okay, I'm going to talk about
Italy, and to give technical support for Bioforce USA.
Got it.
And I do work for Herbitant exclusively.
Okay, so it turns out Antica Herboristeria is an Italian company.
They are the manufacturer.
I know. They were founded in 1960s.
Yes,
and Michel Albergo was the founder. He was an expert, it turns out, on plants, beneficial properties of plants. And Antica Herboristeria is a company specializes in ammonia-free hair color, and it operates, the product is sold, and the company operates in 40 countries. So this is not some cheesy, offline, low-end hair coloring product. This is in some places and some parts of the world, it's considered high-end. I just want the audience to know that. This is a wonderful herbal-based product. Antica
Exactly. So Mr. Albergo is the one that created a hair color free ammonia and with the most natural alternative. And I was hired by Mr. Albergo.
Oh yeah, so you've met him.
I didn't met him, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But I know very well his wife. So I used to do the show with Mrs.
Albergo.
Yes, in California.
Oh, okay.
Baltimore.
Okay.
Many years ago, at the beginning, I was hired by them and with Bioforce, and they are exceptional people.
Right. The company is pretty interesting. They, if you go to herbitant.com, Antica Herboristeria, you will see they just have a new facility. They opened it up in January this year. Very modern looking. This is a very high-end company, and it's a B corporation, meaning that meaning that it's green. It's concerned about the planet. It's concerned about the health of the planet and the health of people. Now, all that being said, this is by way of me trying to inform the audience that this is a quality hair coloring product. You're saying, well, this is a health talk show. Well, turns out that you can put yourself at risk with some of these hair coloring products. You have to be very, very careful what you're doing. So, Marie, let's talk about the ingredients in Herbitant. We know that it's ammonia-free. We know that it has far less peroxide than all the other hair coloring, most of the hair coloring products on the market. But it also has some other herbs in it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So there is 8 plants to soothing the scalp and enhance the color.
Mm-hmm.
So and aloe vera,
which is good. Aloe vera is very good.
So there is, black walnut, cinchona, echinacea, meat foam, rhubarb extract, white birch, witch hazel, and so all those plants, has a particular function
Right.
to protect the scalp, and this is why herbitant. These plants contribute to give the particular shiny hair.
Right. It does.
And makes the color last much longer.
It does. It does last longer, and it doesn't dry. Gary, can you go to the top of that screen? And it doesn't dry the hair out.
Exactly, because that protects the hair. And so
Hold it
this
there.
is what all customers tell me over the phone. So my hair never been so healthy, shiny, and natural shine, not a fake shine.
Right. So this formula is pretty unique. It's ammonia-free, paraben-free, alcohol-free, fragrance-free.
Exactly.
So, but
And
unfortunately, it's not free. But that's okay.
Okay. So if I'm a husband and I can say, "Hey, I'm tired of smelling that,"
You can get this.
okay. So
And now you can certainly in the U.S. It's distributed and sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. It might be sold in even some salons. I'm very. If you haven't caught on, Marie, I'm pretty particular. One of my doctors said to me the other day, he said, "Well, Dr. Garko, you're pretty particular," and I had to laugh. That was his way of saying, you're a pain in the neck, because I pay attention to details. I am particular, and I'm very particular about what we talk about on this show. This product, if you're going to color your hair, you do it yourself. This is a wonderful product. It works. In the box, you also provide a cream. It's like a conditioner.
Yes, the Royal Cream Conditioner.
That Royal Cream Conditioner. I wish I had a gallon of that stuff. It really, I would use it, not just when I colored my hair, but I would use it as a conditioner. That's a wonderful conditioning product, Marie.
This is a great conditioning product, and I do recommend few drops in the hands to massage hair for people having very curly hair or wavy hair, dry hair.
Okay, so it relaxes
just,
it.
Massage the hair and leave it.
Where could a person buy I'm here at the Antica website. They do have the Herbitant Royal Cream. Can you buy it I see you can buy it by the bottle.
You can buy the bottle, yes, separately.
But I have never seen it in the stores. I wonder how would I be able to do that? Do you know?
So I do recommend customers where they buy Herbitant color. If they do not see the Royal Cream Conditioner on the shelf, maybe they could ask the manager or owner of the store.
So if I called you, Marie,
to have it, or they could go on the internet.
Okay.
Well, I put a link on our Let's Talk Nutrition site. So if you're watching the show, all you can do is scroll down and you can click on it.
This Herbitant Royal Cream nourishes and restructures the hair. I love this cream. I remember when I used to color my mom's hair, I wouldn't use it comes in a nice little packet, and I wouldn't use it. Then one day I said, "Mom, let's use this," and I put it on her hair. Then I tried it, and this product, this Royal Cream, really does condition the hair. If you have dry hair, damaged hair, it's that product just by itself is a bonus. You can tell I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this product because it's healthy, it works, it's effective. I love it. Yeah, I do color my hair. So what? Well, Marie, don't go away. I know you're trying to get away from me. I'm not going to let you.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1970, and we believe
health. They are connected. Turns out that Herbitant, this product's been on the market. The company Herbitant been around since 1970, and the Herbitant product is the permanent ammonia-free coloring product. It contains 8 organic herbal extracts and covers 100% in some of their formulas for gray hair. 100% of gray hair, and it leaves the hair shiny. And so I know this from experience, both doing my mom's hair and my own, using this product. And the hair regains. You can see it. It's brighter. Texture is better. It's moisturized. This product is fabulous. Ammonia-free, paraben-free. Yeah, it's wonderful. Marie, welcome back. I'll let you go after this segment. I know you you always try to skip out on me. I'm not going to let you do it today. Because I like talking to you. You're such a nice person and you know so much. So this Royal Cream, it comes in the box. I would tell the listener and the viewer to use it after you color your hair, and when you wash it, put the Royal Cream on, let it sit for a while, then rinse it out. But you can also apply a little bit when the hair is dry too, right?
Yes, on the curly, very dry and curly hair, wavy hair, because that type of hair is drier than, straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Royal Cream Conditioner helps a lot.
It does help a lot.
For the hydration and moisturizing.
Now,
and it's very, very good.
it turns out, and I know that you didn't come on here to talk about these other products, but it turns out that Antica Herboristeria makes other products, just so the listener knows. They make a Moringa Repair Shampoo. They make
and the normalizing shampoo.
They make a normalizing
shampoo because it cleansing very gently the hair and help to to keep the brightness and longer.
Right. That Herbitant normalizing shampoo it's rich in aloe vera extracts.
Exactly.
And this is a wonderful product.
Natural pH.
Natural pH,
and, protect the skin as well.
Mm-hmm. So,
and, keep the color long-lasting.
So Herbitant is this Italian company. Their office is right outside. Their facilities are right outside Rome, about 20 miles outside Rome. If I go back to Italy, which I hope to do, I've been there 3 times. I may just pay them a visit, let them know in advance. I'd like to see that. They have a brand new facility. It looks very modern. This is an interesting company. They're a B corporation, so they're dialed into the green concept of being green. And I like international products, international guests such as yourself, because the show is international. Because we stream. We're not only in terrestrial radio with all our wonderful affiliates across the United States, Marie, but we also stream. And on our stream, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and our own website live. We stream live, and we get about 30,000 hits on the stream every day across the globe. So
wonderful.
So we're an international. We have a global audience, an international audience as well. That's why
Fantastic.
I like talking about these companies they're part of our sponsorship. So I want to thank you so much for coming on. I know you do a wonderful job, and we appreciate you. And I always enjoy speaking with you. You're so natural and unpretentious, and we love that. There's a phone number.
Darko, may I say something?
Of course.
Herbitant was, dermatologically tested for very sensitive skin. And it's vegan, and it's for everyone, and men and women.
Good point. Here's a number to get in touch with Marie. The number is 1-877-699-9999. 4400. That's 1-877-699-4400. She will answer your questions. She'll tell you all about the product. Comes in different formulas. Easy to use. 1, 2, 3. Not easy to mix. It's not easy. A few minutes. You got it all put together. You just apply it, and it works. Marie, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure. Just out of curiosity, what month is your birthday?
I'm sorry?
What month is your birthday? What month?
April.
April what?
April, you would like to know the day?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough question.
Is it April 20th, April 22nd, what?
April 20.
Okay, mine's April 22nd. Okay, there you go.
So
see,
we are almost
pretty close. We're pretty close. You're an
pretty close.
You're an Aries, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. And a little bit of Taurus.
I know you are. That's why I asked. You thought, what's he doing?
How could you say? How could you know?
I'm not going to tell you how I know, because if I tell you, you're going to think he's strange. Intuition. Intuition. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much again for having me, and have a wonderful weekend.
You do the same in Montreal.
Great holiday.
You do the same, Marie. We really care about you, and thank you so much for being on.
Thanks a lot.
Uh-huh.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye. She's nice, isn't she?
She is.
I love her, man.
Full of knowledge.
I could talk to her all day. Listen, she's modest. She worked in high-end salons. She knows everybody who is anybody in the business.
She said she worked on a show in L.A.
I know.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies?
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension. Exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. And we just finished up a conversation with Marie-Therese Dufour on hair coloring and your health. Applies to everybody because I'm sure you know somebody who's coloring their hair. You want to just make them aware that some of the compounds being used in these hair coloring products can be very deleterious to a person's health. Marie lost, she ended up with lung cancer. Of course, she was a cosmetologist, a hair colorist, and worked in salons for years, high-end salons, knew everybody who was anybody in the industry, and then she had to quit her profession. She couldn't do it. So now she does it this way. She's a consultant, and she consults for Herbitant. The company's Antica Herbovisteria. It's an Italian company right outside Rome, and the brand is Herbitant. And they have a Herbitant hair coloring product, which is fabulous, which we talked about, but they make other products as well. Sold in fine health stores in over 40 countries, as I understand it, including North America, Canada and the U.S. We opened the show today talking about calcium, a new study out on calcium and how taking calcium a calcium supplement can put a woman in this case, postmenopausal women at risk for cardiovascular events, stroke and heart attack. Now, that being said, the study was flawed, and they admitted it. They owned up to it, said that one of the problems with the study was that the women in the study were taking a calcium product before they entered the study. So we don't know what the condition of their arteries or cardiovascular system was. Moreover, I don't know what calcium product they were taking. And I don't know if they tracked all the different calcium products that these women were using. It could have varied. And there are some calcium products in the marketplace that are dangerous. They're the wrong form of calcium, and they don't have the co-nutrients, like vitamin D, vitamin K, boron, manganese, magnesium, potassium, and so on. That's why you need to buy a high-end, quality calcium product if you're going to use a calcium supplement. Jarrow Formulas, Bone Up, Bone Strength Take Care by New Chapter. Country Life Vitamins has their calcium product. These, that's where you need to put your attention and your focus. And that in terms of calcium supplements, so you don't put your health at risk. Because if it doesn't have like vitamin D and vitamin K and all those co-nutrients, the calcium will go into the arteries. And you end up with atherosclerosis. Okay? That's the message. During the course of that conversation, I had pulled up Jarrow Formulas, or Gary did, I asked him to, the facts panel, the nutrition facts label for the product. And then he asked me a question, what does DV mean? It doesn't mean Department of Vehicles. Okay? It means daily values. And so now I want to spend a little time with you talking about reading a nutrition facts label. The United States government and Food and Drug Administration have devoted, let me tell you, an extraordinary amount of time, money, and effort to create and promote nutrition facts labels or label appearing on food products. Believe you me. Generally speaking, consumers believe the nutrition facts label is useful. The surveys reveal that, and they want to know more about how to use the label. Back in 1990, after the Nutritional Labeling and Education Act was passed, about 65% of consumers reported they frequently read labels. And you can see that in the grocery store now more than ever, people reading labels. Ironically, the point is that while they may believe it to be important, and while there is a useful information on it to guide them in their day-to-day diet, it turns out too now, though, that the tendency, even though you see people reading labels in the aisles, the data seem to suggest a new study by the Institute of Food Technologists seems to indicate that reading labels is on the wane. People are not paying as much attention to the labels. They need to read the nutrition facts label on the product. There are at least 3 key pieces of information found on a label that help you interpret and use nutrition facts label more effectively and easily. 1 is the serving size. 2, calories and calories from fat. 3 are the nutrients, what to limit and what to get enough of in terms of percent of daily value, DV, which is what the question Gary asked me. Now, serving size. This is a good place to start. The serving size information is there, and it says serving size. Serving sizes on labels are standardized and reported in units that the consumer can understand, such as cups or pieces. You know, you see that. And accompanied by the metric amount, that is number of grams, associated with the serving size. For example, 2, 4, 6, or 8 grams per serving. And a serving could be a teaspoon, a tablespoon, a cup, and so on, or a piece. Or chips, certain number of chips. 18 chips would be 1 serving size in some products. The serving size information is important because it affects the number of calories and all the nutrients found listed on the top portion of the label. Some boxes, packages, products have more than 1 serving size. And when they give you the breakdown, they're giving it per serving size. So if there are 150 calories per serving and there are 3 servings in the bag and you eat all 3 servings, you're getting more than 150 calories. You're getting 3 times 150. You end up with like close to 500 calories that you consumed. So this becomes a very important issue. Serving size affects the number of calories you're ultimately and the number of, and the kind of nutrients that you're going to consume and how much of those nutrients. Come back, we'll cover the other 2 important pieces of information. Some people forget that on the serving size. Like on a candy bar, look to see what a serving size is. Is it the whole bar? Is it a half a bar? Or a bag of chips? How many serving sizes in a bag of potato chips? You eat the whole bag, it's not just 125 calories per serving. It was the whole bag times whatever serving size.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
Let's talk nutrition. Talking about the nutrition facts label, and here's the LTN health question of the day. Which of the following pieces of information are found on the nutrition facts label? Okay. A, serving size. B, calories. C, nutrients. Or D, all of the above. What key pieces of information are found on the nutrition facts label that you see on the food that you buy? Packages, cans, bags, whatever. Is it A, serving size, B, calories, C, nutrients, or D, all of the above? Call this number with the correct answer, and you'll win a nice serving size of a dietary supplement coupon for $25.
You can call us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
Okay, can you throw up a bag of Lay's potato chips on the screen?
Yeah.
There you go. Now, if I give the answer away, I don't care. And go down to the nutrition facts label. Okay, they'll find it. Reading the label becomes very, very important because you can get informed or you can get misled. So in this particular case, there is one serving size. You see that? Serving size is 1 ounce, 15 chips. Does it tell you how many serving sizes are in the bag?
No.
How many ounces in the bag?
Doesn't tell you that either.
It has to tell you.
Well, it don't.
It does. It does.
FDA changed the labeling facts.
You're telling me that bag of Lay's potato chips doesn't tell you how many ounces in that bag?
Not anymore. They changed it.
I'm a bit surprised. Let's see. One serving size is 15 chips. There's something wrong. That's not right. You got to know, because the consumer got to know how many serving sizes are in a bag. You got to know how many ounces are. If a serving size is an ounce, how many ounces in the bag? That would tell me if there's 30 ounces, that's 30 serving sizes. So I don't know what's going on with that. They may have changed the label. I get that. But anyway, I'll take a look at that off air. Knowing that you need to know the calories, you need to know the nutrients, and you need to know the one that causes a lot of confusion is the daily values. That really gets people messed up. And Gary asked about that a bit ago. Before we answer the question, let's go to Chris in Tampa to make sure that Chris has an opportunity to answer. Chris, welcome to the show. So what pieces of information are found on the nutrition facts label? Is it
all of the above?
All of the above. Do you read the labels?
Well, see, I pretty much eat organic, and I'm of the thing, I eat as much as I want because I don't eat any chips, any candy, and I don't eat any of that stuff anymore. So I don't pay attention. I just eat till I'm satisfied, and then I just leave it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you're fortunate. When buying junk food, especially, people need to read that nutrition facts label.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I used to be a sugar addict, so I know.
Yeah, because for example, you could have a serving size as a cup, and there could be 8 servings per container. And one serving size could be 110 calories. If you ate all 8 servings, that would be well over 800 calories. If you ate the whole container of whatever.
I never paid any attention to that stuff. I just ate the whole bag of chips.
You and many others. When they used
most of America, yeah.
When they say you can't just eat one. I thought they meant a chip. Now I realize they meant the whole bag. But you just can't eat one bag. Congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. Okay, so in this business of the nutritional facts label and the daily values, what you'll know on the nutrition facts label will show total fat breakdown into saturated fat, trans fats, and so on. Cholesterol, sodium, and a certain number of metric units, such as grams or milligrams, as percent of daily value. For example, total fat could be reported as 3.5 grams of saturated fat, as 1 gram, and trans fat as 0 grams, reflecting 5% or 5% and 0% as recommended percent of daily value consumers should eat. So it's the percent of daily value is the recommended value of what you should eat of those foods that they're indicating. Like saturated fat is 1 gram. It should be, they may say 5%. That's the recommended daily value of saturated fat that you should consume. So that's what they mean by percent DV, percent of daily value. Okay? So what are you telling me? What is this regulation? What was the regulation? You're telling me now that they don't have to tell you how many ounces in a package?
Well, no, it's not that. It's when they do it, they've changed the labeling on it. So when you look at the label, and I thought, okay, so I went to Lay's fact. I Googled Lay's facts labels, and then I looked at all the images, and they all say 1 ounce. Every one that I looked at. I looked at
1 ounce is a serving size.
Yeah.
And nowhere on the package it tells you how many ounces in the package.
Nope.
I need to check that. There's something mighty wrong with that, because that would how would the consumer know how many? They don't know how many calories. If they eat the whole bag, they wouldn't. How many ounces in the bag? How many ounces in the can? How many ounces in the bottle? Whatever you may be eating, drinking, or consuming, you got to know that. I'll check this further. I will post on my web. You'll find on my website at letstalknutrition.com. I will repost my article on reading nutrition facts label. We'll do that for next month.
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay. But I'll send it to Fernando, and they'll post it up there on my website. Very important issue. Read the labels. Read the labels. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for tuning in throughout the week if you did so. And whenever you tune in, 1 minute, 1 hour, whatever, we'll take it. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those who care about and love you. Have a wonderful weekend.